Well, this time of year, we love talking and looking at the Japanese maples, and so I always twist Martin Borrego's arm to come in and tell us a little bit about them. Martin, they're just showing off this year in grand form.
Oh, they're beautiful. See, this is the butterfly Japanese maple, variegated.
Now, is this new, or have you had this for a while?
No, it's been out. You know, even when I started working here 23 years ago, we already had it. So, yeah, it's an old one.
It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, there's another one, the Benish Hinge. The new growth is pink and same foliage.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go back to green either, so.
But the stems are more pink?
No, the new growth.
Oh, the new growth.
The new growth is pink, yeah. And it has more variegated leaves, so we get some later probably. So.
Just terrific. Yeah. And then is that a blood good next to it?
That's the old-fashioned blood good. You know, it's the one that we've been carrying for 30 years. That one gets big, so you need to have room, or you can keep them, you know, pruned back also. It's going to get about 20 feet tall. And it takes a little bit more sun, but not all day. So.
And that's one thing about Japanese maples. I think they're not inexpensive. They're worth it because they're gorgeous.
And they do grow slow too.
But they do grow slowly, so it's better to buy big as much as you can afford.
Correct.
But make sure you treat them well, and they just can't take full sun all day.
No, they can't. No, morning sun is okay, you know, or late evening. So, you know, the east side of your house, northeast or north. Okay. Make sure they don't get any of the west sun. So.
Yeah, the west sun will just burn their leaves because they're just too delicate.
Right.
But what about this? This is beautiful.
This is one of my favorites. It's red dragon. You know, if you want one that stays red, you know, for a long time, you need to go with the red dragon. It's a weeper. It's a weeping variety. It's going to grow around 4 to 6 feet tall, and it's more. The leaf is more segregated than other, you know, crimson queens.
So that would be great in a flower bed as the focal point.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
And I see that you've got, is it Weigela? Right?
Wagila.
Wagila, right by it. And it's important to make sure that you've got something that can take the shade because it will need to.
Exactly, yeah. And that one grows actually sun or shade, either way. They're super easy to grow. So.
All right, so tell us what's above it.
This is black, it's a fire glow. And this one looks almost similar to a black good, but you know, with age, it's going to be brighter red. And it's not going to get as big as the black good. It's going to get about 10 to 12 feet. So if you don't have a lot of room here, you can go with the fire glow.
Now the one next to it, I really want that one.
That's your favorite, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
It's a coral bark sangokaku. And that one you need to have room because it's going to get around 15 feet.
Oh, goodness.
And it looks so beautiful when it doesn't have any leaves on it because the twigs, the red twigs. So.
And it looks great with
the Wagila,
below it too. It really is important to have the contrast of colors. We talk about it all the time, but it really, you just appreciate it so much more when there's something that contrasts with it.
Right, right.
And then what's next to it over here?
That's almost full grown. It's China, Japanese maple. It's a dwarf variety. That one, some people call them dwarf black good, you know, because it gets only about 6 to 8 feet. And so that's almost full grown right there.
The leaves are a little finer than the blood good, aren't they?
A little finer, and then during the summer it sends a lot of new growth. So, you know, you have a lot of new growth during the summer, so you have the red color again. Yeah.
Oh, and then look at this. Isn't that beautiful?
That's the old-fashioned beeties. You know, if you have if you don't have a green, red, you know, you can choose the beeties, and it looks so good with the red also. So.
And I tell you how much I love Japanese maples. When I moved from one home to the other, that was the one thing I wanted to make sure that I took.
Oh, yeah.
And what it was this variety.
Yeah, yeah.
And I still have it.
See, and they look good together, too. See the contrast?
They do.
The green and the red.
Oh, they look great together. And there's something about them that is just very relaxing and just very pretty to
Well, you know, and they fit everywhere, you know. Just make sure they don't get a lot of sun, and, you know, they look beautiful whatever you put them, so. That's Tamuki Jama right here. It's another weeping variety, red. You know, this is the Crimson Queen, and I just want to show the color. The color of the Crimson Queen is going to be just like the Tamuki Jama. You know.
And this one is just getting ready to leaf out.
Yeah, that one came from Oregon, so it's way a little late, you know. So
so the color will be like the other one, but this form is just fantastic.
The structure is beautiful. Yeah, I have one of those in my front yard, and it's like 6 feet wide, about 4 feet tall.
Well, you have about one of everything in your front yard.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it's like, is it Harry Lauder's walking stick that has that wonderful character to it?
Correct.
That's part of what I love about these, and mine is a weeping form too, is that it just it's pretty,
they look
even
great.
when there aren't any leaves
right,
on it.
Exactly, yeah.
It's still just gorgeous.
Correct.
And then behind us,
this Emperor. Emperor is another semi-dwarf variety, you know, and it's a darker red, bigger leaf. So it looks almost like a blackwood, but it has the multi-stem look. And they always branch down, you know, like that. So the bark is really interesting too.
it is. It's beautiful. It's almost like a crepe myrtle kind of feel to it.
Correct.
And so, just real quickly, whenever you plant them, peat moss. I mean, do they like a little bit more acidic
They like
soil?
rich soils. You know,
Rich
they like
soil, okay.
a lot of planting mix. You know, they like good drainage. East side you have northeast. You know, it's good. So. Yeah.
And then water deeply and less often?
Correct. Every 5 to 6 days, watering really slow, yes.
Okay.
Not every day.
Because they don't like their feet wet.
Right, correct, yeah.
Okay.
Just make sure that has good drainage and you'll be okay, yeah.
Well, Martin Borrego, thank you very much for
Thank you.
showing us your babies, the Japanese maples. They're just gorgeous.
Thank you, my pleasure.